Okay, perfect. We're live now. So there are all these people, right? And I'm basically a fan of Andrew Tate. Okay, why? Because I've been given, through him, I really have felt motivated. I didn't have anything in my life. Okay, let me just tell you straight. I support Andrew Tate, and I listen to a lot of him, a lot of what he said, a lot of the mindsets that he was given, and I adopted a lot of it. And I just saw a video now, I was searching Andrew Tate, trying to find out some more like motivation because I feel a bit lost. He said, this is a test if you're a mentally strong or mentally weak person. You're going to do 500 push-ups. Now, there are 3 categories of people, and I'm just telling verbatim from Andrew Tate what he says. 3 kinds of people. Number 1 are going to be the people who just skip over it. They say, nah, too difficult. Number 2 are going to be the people who lie about it. And he said people on YouTube comments will say, I did 500, meanwhile, that's a lie. And number 3 are going to be people who are going to get down and actually do 500. And I thought, well, I'm going to be doing this anyway. I have a YouTube following. People are watching me. And what the F? Why don't I just make it? So this video is dedicated to all the people who have made me feel scared to say I support Andrew Tate. Okay, fine. Yes, I support Andrew Tate. I get designer clothes and earn money and have a good physique. And you, well, you just get to tell me that Andrew Tate's bad and he does a cult. And I don't care. My life's better from listening to him. So for better or worse, I support Andrew Tate. And I'm going to be doing 500 push-ups. And the best time to start is right motherfrickin' now. Okay, so there are 2 of you, which is awesome. The chat's open. The chat is open. If you want to chat, Mike, brother, I'm joining you this time. No freaking way, Hugo! Hugo! No freaking way. Guys, there's 2 people like last time. But immediately, Hugo's a motherfreaking legend. Last time I did a live stream and Hugo was there when I ran up and down the stairs 100 motherfreaking times. Now today, I'm going to be doing 500 push-ups. Hugo, you can tell me when we want to start, brother. Because you're the one here. You're day 1. Let's go. You can give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown, whatever the story is. Quick, I just want to quickly say for that other viewer, if you want to chat, just subscribe and the chat's open. I'm going to say on the chat, ha! Mother, let's get it, because, okay, Hugo's got to run to the bathroom. Mark, how many push-ups at the moment? Hey there, Logan, thank you so much for joining. Just about to start, we're waiting for Hugo. I haven't started yet. The reason is because Andrew Tate said you got to do 500 push-ups. There are 3 categories. Apologies if you're watching this live stream after the fact, but I've got to keep it interesting. There are 3 categories of people who will do it. This is a test for if you're mentally strong or if you're weak. So it's going to be 500 push-ups. The first category are people who say, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm too lazy. I don't want to do it. Number 2 are people who lie about it. So Andrew Tate said on the YouTube comments, people will lie. I did 500 push-ups. I did it, but that's a lie. And the third category are people who actually did it. They got down like I'm about to do now, and they actually did it. There's another guy, Logan, Hugo. Hugo's a legend. He's been with us since the day 1. And Hugo needs a big shout out. Hugo Shanika. When 2 weeks ago, I did a 400 subscriber special, 450. And I ran up and down the stairs 100 times. Now I'm doing 500 push-ups, but Hugo was there. So we're just waiting for him to quickly come back from the bathroom. He's going to give us a kind of 3, 2, 1 go and then ready. Okay, Hugo, can you give us 3, 2, 1? And then we're going to do 500. I'm going to count 1, da, da, da. And you can tell me if you want to do like sets of 20. So 20, 40, 60. Okay, let's get it. Wow! Ah! No! Come on, motherfrickers. Let's do it. Okay, sets of 20. So 20, okay. 2, good. And let's go. Let's go, brother. 1, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18, 19, and 20. Okay, it's 20. I just want to say, I used to go to CrossFit gym, and there were guys there, the one guy named Josh and Denzel, who owned the story. I'll tell you this, and then we'll do the next one. Easy peasy, first 20. Maybe some shadow boxing, 100%. And there was this guy there called Josh. Josh was freaking huge. I said, Josh, tell me how I can get massive. He said, it comes to steroids, taking testosterone. But he did this sport called rugby. In South Africa, it's big. And he took steroids, literal testosterone. He said, I had so much natural testosterone and it ruined me. With Denzel, he said, only take steroids once you become professional, which means 26. And he had such a high-pitched voice. But the next thing, Denzel passed away and the gym closed. Okay, next one. So now we are 20. Let's go. Let's take it to 40. 1, 40, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. That's 40. Fuck. We're going to be here for a long time, boys. Bring your friends, your grandparents. We're going to be here for a long motherfucking time. Fuck. So anyway, Josh was playing rugby. He was playing rugby and he had such testosterone, he was getting strong. But he said he took those steroids, testosterone, and next thing, messed himself up. We're up 40 now. Yeah, okay. So what happened was, 3 weeks ago, I ordered some stuff for an online shop I run. So it's kind of like ordering from Amazon and selling it on Gumtree. 40, awesome, Sean, Hugo. After the story, we're hitting the next one. So what happened with this story, it was the second-hand items, and I ordered, a dog bed and travel cases and all this crap, and I sent it. But there's a minimum order. In South Africa, it's 650 Rand, which is kind of like $40 to $50. And I was at $45 of 50. So to get to the next $5, I added on chocolates, chips, all this crap that's bad to eat. Because my dad was pressing me, he said, come, we need to order now. So I added on the chocolates. And what happened next is what I'll tell you after the next 20. Yeah. Okay. 40. 41. 43. 44. 48. And 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 56. 60. 60. You can fix the charges. Give me 1 second, yeah? Okay, we're up and charging. So what happened was all these chocolates came. It was literally like 10 chocolates and big Twixes. I look at the back of the packet. 60, yes. I look at the back of this fucking packet. I don't care about swearing. It's irrelevant. Each chocolate was 400 calories. And I had pounded through 10. Chocolate, rip open them, and stuff in my face. By the end of those 10, I felt terrible. I felt fat. I felt nauseous. I could barely walk. And so I saw my good friend of mine at the community center named Saul. And he said, listen, bro. Yeah, I think we got to bring it down to like 10 or something. Oh, God. I'm dying. But I'll never give up. Right now it's at 60. Not too bad. Anyway, so Saul said, you're going to feel so nauseous and sick. I said, I feel shocking, man. He said, go run, go do something. So at the community center, there was water bottles, bottles of water. So I started downing and chugging. They say we like to drink with him because he is our mate. I was chugging like you cannot believe. And I decided to take off my underpants. Back then I was wearing a suit for, a smart environment. Took off my suit on my underpants. I went to the field. 10, Hugo, 10 sets, like 10. We had 60 now. I went to the field in my underpants and I ran around 35 times, to get to 10 Ks. 400 calories of those 10 chocolates was 4,000 calories and the run was only 600. Okay, 60, I need to get to 70. Even if we have to end up doing like ones and twos, it's going to get there. We can be here the whole freaking day. Why not? Okay, 60. Come. No time to wait. 61, 2, 3, 64, 5, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Climb up trade. We're at 70. You can't out-train a bad diet, but at the end of the day, you can only look good if you eat well. Oh man, so 70. Guys, you know, this YouTube story is amazing. 70. 2-minute break, then 80, 90, 20. Next thing will be at 200 like that. It will be at 300, 400, 500. Oh man. Hugo, I wish you could join the stream. Like, I could see you and then we could chat. Anyway. 70. Let's just take it to 80. When we get to 100, we'll chat. 70. Who wanted to see? Logan wanted to see some shadow boxing. Here you go, some shadow boxing. Okay. Pop, pop. Okay. Let's go. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 87, 78, 79, 80. Oh, so over here is a designer pair of shoes. Yeah. And so okay, 80. So what happened was, I was selling online. 10's the magic number, yeah. 10 is the magic number. I was selling online, and especially like just after COVID, a lot of people don't believe it was real. Like Andrew Tate says, it was a lie and all that. Anyway, during COVID, people were indoors, and it was near the end where, in my country, you could go out and stuff. So I went to the Chinese guys, and I started asking, like, how much is this product? How much is that product? And I started importing some items, you know, kitchen knives, these kind of amazing things. Next thing during COVID, the sales boomed, like you can't believe. And I started having so much cash. I bought designer pair of shoes, clothes, living life. I slept in a fucking hotel room. That's like $250 every day. I was spending like $800 to $1,000. And now I've got a crappy job where I literally only earn, if I'm lucky, $500 to $600 in a month. So it's freaking crazy. But anyway, this designer pair of shoes always shows me I need to value money, because, you know, people give up their lives for it. Right now, Hugo, give us a count. It's 80. Time for 90. Enough shooting the shit. Enough talking. Get to freaking work. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. And it taught me some great lessons. Yeah, 90, brilliant. 90. So, like, for example, having all this fucking cash, it was so much, you don't understand. I stayed in a hotel room. In fact, I had so much cash, I bought a bike. I had to do it illegally. So I had a business partner of mine, and I was too young, between the age of 16 and 17, too young to buy a bike. So I went to the dealership, but obviously I didn't know I was too young. I said, I want this bike, not the 50cc, not 100cc, a 250cc bike, topping 120 on the highway, but powerful. So when I went to get that bike at the dealership, they told me, okay, what you need to do is spin to win. What the fuck is spin to win? The reason why you need to do spin to win is because you get a discount for their December specials by Christmas. And on that spin to win, there was 10,000 Rand off, which is like $1,000 off, $200 off, $50 off, or no prize. I said, what's the worst that can happen? And I thought, fuck it. So I spun the wheel. It goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, big on a massive screen. Just imagine yourself in a dealership, hundreds of cars lined up. And you know, all the employees are looking at this wheel. I'm standing there thinking, my wallet's about to cry if I'm not going to get $1,000 off. It goes da-da-da-da-da, past the $0, past the $200, past the $50, and to the $1,000 off. That bike in South African terms, 15,000 Rand. Dollar terms, $1,000. And I basically got it for $200-300. Nothing. That's an illustration of how much cash I had. And I used to take that bike. But I'm going to tell you now, from 90 to 100 on 100, I'm going to tell you what the hell I did with that bike. Okay. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. Okay. what I would do with that bike is I would have extra money. Now, by that stage when I had the bike, I had so much money, at least $1,000. Yes. 100. There we go. Hugo Shanika. Having all this cash with the bike was amazing. Because I would spend so much money on Uber. Now, I'm not sure where you guys are living, but if you have Uber, it's very expensive to travel. I want to say it could even be $1,000 a month if you're traveling every day. Once I got my bike, I would only be spending $2, $3 to get to the shopping center, to get to the designer places, to get to the restaurant, to get to the 15-story high restaurants, and I went everywhere. And particularly Friday, Saturday was my best thing. No ways, Hugo, you do Uber Eats. That's freaking insane. See, people know Uber. And so being on my bike gave me that massive amount of leverage to go wherever I wanted. And then I go every Friday night. And Saturday I would go in fact, the one time I'm going to tell you what I did on the one Saturday night, which was freaking crazy. Stayed up till 2 a.m. Okay, 100. Let's get to 110. I need to increase the pace, even though I'm about to fucking die. Yeah. 101. That sounds amazing. 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, and 110. 110. So what I did was, it was 2 a.m. Okay, in the morning. This is how the story ends. So what happened was, it was a normal Friday night. Just got my payout from the business, sitting on about $1,500 in my bank account. Easy cash. No need to buy stock, no payments to make, none of that crap. $1,500, pure cash, pure profit, ready to be spent and given to other people. So I hopped on my fucking bike, and I said, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do it. Get on my bike. Imagine you're sitting on this massive machine, red. You turn on the engine. Revving. This is now getting late. Ready to, when the time is already 10 at night. I didn't want to go to bed, done all my work on the Friday. I said, fuck it. Get on my bike, middle of the night, revving my engine. I stop at the petrol station, helmet on. I didn't care what was going to happen. Turn the engine off. Puts in petrol, says, how much? I said, full tank, please. Hand him cash. Says, here's the change. I said, keep the change. Then we drive. Okay, so now I'm going on the dangerous road. Now there's something called Attridgeville. Attridgeville is a township within the country where, criminals live. Obviously, very poor people, but dangerous. This road, I know, ends up at Attridgeville. Anyway, so I keep on going on my bike. I end up at the hotel. Now, on the way to get there, my bike was giving me problems. And I'll tell you another story about that later, how my bike ended up in a fancy place. Anyway, with that 200 Rand I had paid him the thing, with the rest of $1,500, I went to this one fancy shopping center. Now, what happened? I get there, it's cold, and I don't have a jacket on. I'm walking down the aisle. There's this shop called Anta. There's this fancy shop called Fabiani. There's this fancy shop called Louis Vuitton, I'm going to just say. And it's a fancy place. These rich people are coming out of the gym. So everyone's coming out. These fuckers are coming out the gym. I say, I'm cold. I'm getting in it. I'm going to go buy a jacket. I get in this designer shop. I walk in. I say, I want a jacket, please. I look through the whole aisle, and I pick a nice hoodie. So when I bought it, I didn't have money in my bank. I didn't have a card on me. I said, can I just do an EFT? We sort out the EFT. Next thing, I walk out with the jacket. Okay, I'll tell you what happens after that. Now 110, 120, come on. 111, 112, 113, 114, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 120. So what happens is, I've got my jacket on. I'm feeling fancy because I also had tracksuits and all this crap. So I've got my fancy jacket on. I say, I'm hungry. And I've got a lot of money. So I go to this fancy steakhouse. And I sit down. He says, what would you like to have? I said, sir, may I please have a cappuccino and an orange juice? Most poor people go in and they get water. I order this. Cappuccino and orange juice. He brings it. I said, can I please have a Coke? He brought the Coke. Once that was done, I took a look at the menu. I don't look when I go to the menu, at least then. Now I've got to be like with my senses. Because I have a normal job. But back then I had so much cash. I didn't care about looking at the menu for what I wanted to eat. I went and filtered by price. On the left side it says 500 gram steak. you know, you get your brioche salad, you get your fancy cheeses and crap. I said, forget about that. I'm looking at, I'm not on the left side, on the right side with prices. I go through, okay, $2, $10, $100, $100. I thought that's fucking interesting. What is that? He said that it's a 700-gram T-bone, but it wasn't $100, but it was very expensive like that. And I ordered a 700-gram T-bone. You can't get that anywhere. I mean, maybe the most amount of meat was a tomahawk or something. And I paid in cash. Same story as before. 700 gram, including the bone, which is unfortunate. Would have been nice just to be pure meat. But that was amazing. He said, what sides do you want? I learned from Andrew Tate here, because this is about Andrew Tate as well. He said, I want all of them. I said, can you please, I bought my dad a tomahawk for Christmas. See, it's a Christmas gift. You don't get that every day. Says Hugo Shanika. And I managed to pound down the 700 steak. He said, what size do you want? I said, can I please have roasted vegetables? Can I please have rice? Can I please have cream spinach? Can I please have salad? He brought everything and potatoes. Now I had my cold drinks, I had my orange juice, my cappuccino. I was living large. And that's the story of having money. Why you need to have cash, but you also need transport. Because otherwise, imagine that 1,000 Rand rent straight to Uber, going on Uber Black. Feast for a king. Anyone who follows me is a king. Now, I'm going to go from 120 to 130. Then I'm going to tell you what happened with that bike. The end of the story. Because that's even more fucking interesting than what happened with me getting a motherfucking 700-gram T-bone. Thank you for joining me, all three of you. Please, let's make a family here. You can quickly subscribe so you can chat. Because Hugo Shanika is a bit there by himself, and you're going to be here for a long time. So at 1:30, by the time you get to 1:30, at least Logan Williams, I want to see you chatting with Hugo Shanika. 121 Kings. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. 127. 128. 129. 130. Yes. So I've still got all this cash, and it's going well because I'm buying steaks, buying designer clothes, which I'll get to later. But I was going with my bike. Now, every week, I drive my bike, as I said, to all these amazing things. It is literally getting easier. What the fuck? In fact, it's so easy, Hugo. Let's take it to 140, and then we'll chat. 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, and 140. Okay. Warmed up now, for sure. Okay, so now we're at 140. Hugo's keeping count. So what happened is, this bike. Now here's a fucking problem. I made a video a long time ago about having a dirt bike. That's a story which I'll share later. When we get to 200, just remind me, or whatever, I'll tell you about me getting the dirt bike, because that's even more interesting. That's where I nearly had an attempt on my life. So I get this fucking bike. I'm cruising every week. Great. Designer clothes, shoes, cash. The whole fucking thing's going. Now what happens is, I'm riding my bike on the one Friday. Still got cash. Everything's going amazingly. Woo! Hydration check. That's a great one. Right, done. Now most of the poor people that I know drink water from a plastic bottle. And unfortunately, being around these people, I became poor-minded. This is crap. Get it away from me. Idiocy. Stupid people. Okay, no problem. Hugo, great. Water. But if you follow me, you're a king. And kings drink out of crystal. Crystal, usually put wine in this. Here I put water. So this bike gave me problems because every week I was giving it ham. Now the reason I alluded to this dirt bike is because of the Chinese bike. Now the Chinese are great. Everything's going to be cheap. They give you bright fancy colors and it's going to look like a Ferrari. Okay, bright red. It has a vroom vroom. But next thing, it breaks. And that's a story as well for the dirt bike. What happened with my 250cc is that this is my mode of transport. This is my horse. But it went from being a horse to being a donkey. Now, the problem is, with these Chinese bikes, all the parts break. So what happened was I was riding my bike, and remember with the bike, you put the clutch and you use your left foot to change gears. So I was changing gears, up the hill, next thing, pop. It's an L piece that you change your gears with. That L broke off. So then I had to put my foot underneath and go by the engine. But then I was giving myself a gammy leg, because how the hell can you bend your leg to change gears? An iron horse. Let me see. In Japanese, a bike is called iron horse. Exactly. So I went from having an iron horse to having a wooden horse. And this wooden horse of mine broke. Now here's the worst thing. The bike was amazing on flats. Amazing. It would go fast. It would go vroom vroom. I would make a loud engine noise. And I feel like a king. In fact, on the bike, there were the normal pedals in the middle, but there were also pedals on the back. So I would be riding like this, Ghost Rider, with my thing on the back, like in a plank position, feeling like an absolute legend. Have you ever seen that fancy guy? There's 4 million views on YouTube, and he's in Tour de France, some cycle race, and he's going like a normal nerd, da-da-da-da-da on his bike, and next thing he goes into a Superman position, like this, and then he wins the race. That's how I was getting speed. And I was able to go not just 120, 140 k's an hour, just below the going to jail speed limit. So I was going on my bike, and on the hills, well, what happened was there was something wrong with the clutch. So on the hill, the back wheel would start to slide out. I don't know if it was a case with the gears or the engine, but something was wrong with this Japanese or Chinese bike. And it started tilting. So when I'd be on the flat, feeling like a king in the Superman position. I would come to a fucking hill, and next thing the bike's going, and now I fall on the side. I have to get off my fucking bike, pick it up. Now there's all petrol on the floor. It's about to cause a fire. I'm about to get 3rd-degree burns. I'm about to die. And next thing, yo, Flavio, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Putting in the work. Yes, time for 10 reps. And next thing, I took my bike to the shopping center. I said, get fucked, you son of an idiot bike. Get fucked. And then I sent the bike to live in the parking lot. And for the last 6 months, I told the bike to get fucked. I never took it back because I was threatening my life. Now, where are we, Hugo? 140. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, let's go! No! 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 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. 150. Woo! Woo! You know, here's the interesting thing. Yes, 150, Hugo. It's a big number. 3 more times is 450. In fact, we've got 3 viewers and 2 likes. Because of the 2 likes, every like I get, I do an extra 10, even if I die. So because of the extra like, we're going to 160. 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160. Okay, now we're at 160. Oh, you know, I was thinking, I've clearly got my own personality because I've kind of lived my own life. But somebody commented on the YouTube video, one of them, that you're going to be the next Andrew Tate, or you remind me of Andrew Tate. And you know what? I'll take that as a compliment. Because look what the guy's done. Big following. Yes, people believe he got banned and blah, blah, blah. But he's actually quite a good guy. He inspired me to get in good shape, get a job, get stable. And so I was thinking, how the fuck can I create my own personality? And I think I don't have to worry about that. I take elements from him. So how he speaks, or he'll use some words, or he has emotion, that's good. But now I take that, and I have my own stories. Because when we get to 200, I'm going to be telling you a story about how I almost lost my life buying a dirt bike. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm in Africa, South Africa. And some parts are rich and affluent, but other parts are very dangerous. Please let me know how thank you so much, Hugo. Some parts of South Africa are very, very dangerous. And we call these things called townships. Now, no offense to anyone living in a township. It's a nice place where you can meet friends. And in South Africa, there's a concept called Ubuntu. So imagine that you and I are living in the same township. Ubuntu would state that if you have sugar, you would give me some sugar. And if I have maize or I have flour and you need it, I would give you some of my maize and some of my flour. So the benefit of having a township is that everyone helps everyone. I give you my sugar, you give me my maize. And there's something else called a stokvel. So, for example, we're all very poor. I understand that. You give in a couple $100, you give in a couple $100. Everyone here gives in money. And once a month, my money, Hugo money, Logan's money, or Flavio's money, all goes to me, all goes to Hugo, all goes to Flavio. And that's how we all get out of our hole. Stockfell. What an interesting dynamic. Okay, we need to take it to 170. Because by the time we get to 200, I need to tell you about my dirt bike. 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 169, and 170. 170. Woo! Now I was researching Andrew Tate, and it led me to think of cults. Because there's a school that he has called Hustlers University. And I was watching someone's review the other day. He said he made about 10 grand from the platform, but the problem was a lot of it were people who were just devout followers, people who believed in him, and everyone became a little copy of Andrew Tate, which isn't amazing. I don't want you guys to be copies of me. I want to inspire you to show you life can be better. For example, this is really fucking hard. Let me be honest with you. It's really fucking hard. Right now we're at 170. Hugo's typically keeping count here. Hold up. I got to catch up. Had to wash some dishes. Hugo, keep on helping your family. Wash the dishes. It's a good thing. I'm just saying, a lot of people with Andrew Tate end up like in a cult of some sort because they end up copying him, everything. He smokes cigars. I smoke cigars. He drinks sparkling water. I drink sparkling water. He does coffee. And there's this interesting thing about programming. So I was watching a video about a cult because I was thinking, am I in a fucking cult? Like following Andrew Tate. He's a legend. He inspired me to get bigger and stronger and all these amazing things. But is it a cult nonetheless? And in this cult story, it told me that what cults do is they program their viewers. Thank you for keeping count. 170. We're going to get to 180 soon. Cults program their viewers. So, for example, and I don't want to talk about Andrew Tate because I think he helped me in a large way, and I will forever be grateful for him in showing me that could be something better. But for example, drinking coffee or smoking a cigar is a way of programming. And it's very tough when you're someone like Andrew Tate and you've claimed a lot of these things. Because he's looked at the battlefield and he said, okay, so for example, eating cauliflower, wearing designer clothes, driving a Bugatti, doing all these things. There's so many of things that he adopted because he was the first one. So for example, for me, what can I adopt? I don't know, doing exercise. He already kind of adopted that. What can I adopt? Drinking out of crystal. And I don't want to program my viewers. What does that say? Can't fault the guy. You can't fault Andrew Tate. I mean, I'm not going to fault him. I'm just saying he's claimed a lot. Let me just say that. So for me to come and say, I want to, and it's not about programming for a cult. It's about me creating my own personality. And I don't want to be a copy of Andrew Tate. I don't want to wake up and then be the guy who works the whole day and then has coffee and sparkling water and smokes 5 cigars. Because that's just not me. But the thing is, because he's such a legend, he's taken so many of these aspects. And I give him credit. He's been doing this for 10 years. I'm coming onto the scene now, a month ago, which is ridiculous. So I do have humility. But I'm just saying there's not much that I could claim. For example, I could eat a head of cauliflower every day. Do I want to really adopt that as my personality? I don't know. But let's take it to 180. Enough chit chat. Cut the crap. 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180. So today I had a very rich family friend, but very rich. He runs a property portfolio, and one of his guys who rents from him is VW. Now here's a little fact for you guys. VW own Lamborghini. They literally own Lamborghini. You can check it out now. 180, thank you, Hugo. VW owned Lamborghini, and this guy rented out the fucking dealership. And the fucking, not the dealership only, the office of VW. So he's rich. And all these other people at the event today were fucking rich. Now, I spoke to this one guy who owns and started a golfing estate. Now, who do you know that owns a golfing estate? No one. I don't even know a member of a golfing estate. And he started it. His name is David. So I said, okay, David, that's interesting. I'm selling products online and actually I'm doing all these things, entrepreneurship, got a job, blah, blah, blah. He said, let me tell you something. This is how you make the big money. When we get to 190, I'm going to tell you what he said. Because you guys need to pay attention to what he said so that we can all become rich. Because if you ever get a chance to do what he said, you will make big cash. 190, 190, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190. So, yes, I didn't mean for it to be a cliffhanger, every set to be a cliffhanger, but it's a great way to do it. We are 190 now. So what did this David guy say? Now remember, fucking rich, owns a golfing estate, okay, friends with this guy, rents out a property to VW, own Lamborghini. What did he say? He said he took 2 public companies. He took 2 companies public. Now, I asked him, I said, what the fuck does that mean? You're taking a company and you're making it public. I said, that's interesting. He said he took a company called Regal or something, public. He said the way he did it was he got in while it was small and he built it. He said once you list it, you pay the listing fees, you get it registered in the stock market, but like that. This is exactly what he said, in line with making cash. Making the shares accessible to the public, says Hugo. That's exactly what he did. He said when you have a private company, so it's not on the stock market, the public can't buy it. See, Hugo's filling us in. He did business studies. He's the expert. I'm just telling you what this rich guy said. You guys can interpret it. Hugo and I are working together to tell you how exactly what stuff he was saying means. When you have a private company, the value from the profit. So let's assume you have a business and it makes $1,000 profit. 3 to 5 times the profit is the value. $1,000 profit, $3,000 to $5,000 is the value of that business. Now, 3 to 5 times in a private company. When you take it public, it's 20 to 50. So you have $1,000 profit, $20,000 to $50,000. That's why it works. He said you retain major shareholding, 50% of the business, so you can control it. When you list it, you pay your listing fees. What the fuck? But if it's a good business with profit and everything's amazing, once you list it on the share price, there's a value to it. And from there, you might be able to sell the business easier or sell your shares. He said that's how Mark Zuckerberg made money. He got a Facebook, he came up with the concept, and next thing, he made cash because he listed it. Now, from 190 to 200. But now everyone's fucking left. Only Hugo. I want to tell you about the dirt bike story and how I nearly died. 190. Okay, ready, Hugo? 190. Jesus, that's actually quite tough. Okay, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200. 200. 200, Hugo. Went quickly. First 100 felt easy. Next 100, lightweight. Now, 200 was supposed to be a story about a dirt bike, but I want to first tell you about me, how it all... Actually, I'll tell you about the dirt bike. I'll tell you about how it all ended with cash, and I'll get to the dirt bike after. So what happened was I had all this cash, so much money and everything, and I was listening to Andrew Tate. Okay, this is why I'm doing 500 push-ups. And I was going to boxing, because he said, learn how to fight. Ain't nothing to it, but do it. It's true. I'm never going to give up. Even if I'm here for 2 hours, I don't fucking care. So what happened was, I was doing this boxing story. Okay, it's, all these amazing fighters, people who were world champions. And they were training me, I was going amazingly. But it was $3,000 a month in rands, which is like $200 a month. Okay, not too bad if you're earning $1,000 a week. Cool. So I'm going for gym, I'm going for training. 1 month goes by, great. 2 months goes by. 2.5 months, lost my business. Because I did some dodgy things with products. And next thing, it was all finished and all over. I got my account shut down and no more cash. And that's another story for another day. Bad things, made a lot of cash, in and out quick, but I spent all of it. Anyway, the point is I had no more cash left. And I was doing this fucking boxing story. But at this gym, there were straight killers. Guys who were literally world champion killers. Guys who were dealing with fight promoters, MMA, like dangerous guys. And when I didn't have any money, I was too scared to tell them that I got no more cash. So I kept on going for that 3rd month. And I was remember training 3 times a week. I went for the whole fucking month and I didn't pay a single cent for training until they said, hey, you need to pay us. But the lady who was the owner of the boxing gym never pushed me. She never said, hey, you need to pay, or hey, you owe us money. It was always like, hey, I'll pay you next week or whatever. And next week never came around because I never had money. Next thing, I got too shit scared of these mafia gym. That's basically what it was. And I left and I got a boxing gym at home. Next thing, my dad got a call. You owe us money. And I thought, fuck. But I didn't say anything. And thank goodness he managed to find some cash from somewhere and pay them their $3,000. That was the first thing about how I nearly, had an attempt on my life, I can tell you. When I put myself in danger. Okay. Okay. Yes, a water punching bag. That's actually a good idea. Oh, Jesus. Okay, 210. Come on. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10. If I did this every day, my chest would be massive. So now we have 210. I want to tell you how I train because I believe I have a great physique, especially for my age. Kind of got nice abs. I've got veins in my arms when I go like this. Okay, so we have 210. Hugo, I know you're a legend because you're doing this with me. You're here for the support. I'm going to tell you how I train and how I'm going to get massive. Now, step 1, before anything, is eating. It sounds kind of intuitive because how do you get fat? Eating. Well, how do you get fit? Eating. How do you get poor? Spending. How do you get rich? Spending. But it depends what you spend your money on. And it depends what you eat. Depends what you eat. So you can eat to get fat, eat to get fit. So the way you get strong is you eat to get fit. Now what I do is I eat for my protein. Exactly. I'm going to get to the muscle and how you train. But first I'm going to tell you how you eat. What you got to do is take your body weight. Now I weigh 70. There's this fat kid, he's in my school. I said, how much you weigh? He said, I want to tell you how much I weigh. I said, tell me how much you weigh. I weigh 70. You want to get strong. Okay, you say you want to go to the gym. How much do you weigh, fatty? He said, I weigh 75. I said, okay, fine. I'm also 70. He's 75. I said, you got to eat 150 grams of protein. He says, 150 grams of protein. I said, 150 grams of protein, you fatty. Get training and get eating. He said, I can't eat that much. It's too hard. I said, get over your fucking self and start eating. I said, do you have tuna? He said, I don't eat tuna. I said, do you have tuna? He said, I've got tuna, but I don't eat it. I said, what do you have in the morning for breakfast? He says, I eat Wheat Bix. I said, stop eating Wheat Bix. Stop eating donuts. Stop trying to shove your face full with chocolate, you fatty. Eat double the amount of your body weight in protein. And I nearly pounded into him because he made me so freaking angry. This fatty. In fact, he comes from such a rich family that his father paid for his fucking gym contract. $600 a month. Or was it rands? Something ridiculous. And this kid says, I don't have any motivation to go. He's lived too soft a life. And I cannot help someone who has lived too soft a life. Anyway, I'll tell you how I train. Now, so we have 210, Hugo's keeping count. And now we're going to get to 220. Okay. 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220. What the fuck? How strong is the human body? 220 push-ups. Doesn't that seem like a lot? Oh! So, I told this fatty, you got to eat for protein. And you can't be scared, okay? You can't be scared because think about it. Would you rather be fat in 6 months' time or be jacked in 6 months' time? It comes down to eating. And every time it's a micro decision. For example, 2 nights ago, there was dinner in our house. And there was a little pizza there. And I was staring at the pizza. And I knew this is poison. And I'm not going to touch it. This is how you need to think of things. If it's unhealthy, meaning it has sugar, it has, flour, you know it's unhealthy. I know that you have a common sense in you. you can tell what's healthy. Is chocolate healthy or not? No. Is popcorn healthy or not? No. So use common sense and don't eat fucking unhealthy things. Now, you get poison and you get cure. Stop eating poison and thinking that it's cure. I'm cooking 80 protein when we hit 350 reps. I got it, Hugo. That's a good idea. 80 grams of protein. Exactly. You got to get rid of the poison. They call it a hemlock. Plato was a famous philosopher. You know how he died? They forced him to drink hemlock. They forced him to sit on this bed, not this one, but sit on a bed and drink a poison to die. Poison kills you. A cure makes you stronger. So why would you eat unhealthy food if that's poison? Now, I know how to think about this. Cold drink is poison. Sugar is poison. Anything in a packet, anything in a jar is poison. And what's a cure? Whole foods. Fruit, vegetables. Obviously, mine too. Don't have too much fruit, but mainly meat. After this, the next 10, we at 220 says, Hugo, we got to get to 230. I'm going to tell you a little cheat sheet if you want to write it down how to eat well. Yeah. Movement is medicine. The Japanese have that philosophy. Movement, windmills and shit. Windmills from the Japanese. Exactly, Hugo. Nearly halfway. 220. It's exactly the right mindset. Okay, 220. 221. 222. 223. 224. 225. 226. 227. 228. 229. 230. Yeah. Yes. So, here's the easiest way to eat to get jacked. We said body weight times 2 in protein. Our way, I can get a scale now, but whatever. 70 grams times 2. Exactly, 230, Hugo. I weigh 70 kilograms, so I need to weigh in at 140 grams of protein. Now, how do you do it? What you can do is eat eggs. Each egg has 6 grams of protein. But here's the problem. Every day I thought, okay, fuck it. I need protein. Now, how the fuck am I going to get it? I've got no fucking cash, no money for meat, no money for chicken. What I'm going to do? I'm going to eat eggs because my parents have lots of eggs. I will chow down 5 eggs every day. 5! Each one contains 6 grams of protein. So that's 30 grams of protein. Now, here's what happened. I did this for a month. When I started making YouTube videos a month ago, I was filming myself just also to see how I can learn to speak well, but how to eat. I wanted to see my progress. So like now I can see, but from the beginning to now, it's an easy way to see my progress without taking photos and having things on a hard drive and whatever. 5 Bumberclat eggs every day. Now what happened was I was meeting this Algerian. So this Algerian was cutting my hair. I said, and my idea is, find a guy who is very strong, ask him how to train. I said, sir, you're an Algerian, please teach me how to get strong. He says, I tell you how to get strong. I said, please, I want to get big. I feel like I'm a skinny person. I don't know how to get big. I feel like a nerd. Teach me how to become that mafia boss strong guy. He says, what you do, you take the protein powder. You take the eggs. You take the peanut butter. You take the... I said, what? You take the oats. You take the peanut butter. You put it in the pan. I said, okay, so I'm taking now peanut butter. I'm going to take oats. I'm going to take eggs. Yes, he said, you put it in the pan and you make the pancake. You put the protein powder. I said, that's a great idea. And I took that advice and I ate those eggs every day. He said, but you don't want your leg to get explode. I said, oh yeah, I don't want to have an unbalanced physique. He said, every day after the training, you do the running for the 10 minutes. I said, okay, I'm going to eat like you say. I'm going to make pancakes. I'm going to do, my egg story. And I'm going to run every day so that my legs don't blow up. So I started running. But then I met a blacksmith. And I'll tell you about the blacksmith after, because we have 2:30. But the point was that blacksmith told me, you need to explode into it. So if you're pulling, you explode, and you slowly let go. Well, you explode. So what I was doing with the training was I would explode into my run. I would start by sprinting. He said, sprint, don't run. Yank the pull-up bar. Don't go slowly. And so I was sprinting 2 days ago when I was having 5x, 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 5x. I'm already at 2:30. Beware hacker, be wise hacker. We had 2:30. So when I was doing my run, I was sprinting up. And on that day I said, I don't want to be fat. I need to sprint to get muscle. Have you ever seen Usain Bolt? Compare Usain Bolt to Eliud Kipchoge, the guy who broke an unofficial 2-hour marathon. Eliud Kipchoge is small. He's from Kenya. He's tiny. But the guy who came from Usain Bolt from Jamaica, he's the guy who is very big from running and from sprinting. So I was doing sprinting, up the thing, down, up the thing, down, 5 times, pa, 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 pa. By the time I was done, I was feeling dead. When I got to the top of the hill, I felt like my body was not actually pumping its oxygen effectively. And I thought, hey, what the fuck? I've been having 5 eggs every single day. And I lay down like this, literally like this on the grass. I was so tired, and there were needles in the grass. You know when you have those sharp grass kind of pins, or they're not needles, but they what can I even say? Cactus. It was like a cactus plant. So my back was fucking dying. I was feeling like I'm gonna die. And I felt myself letting myself go because my body wasn't pumping oxygen. Let's read the chat. Yeah. Bro, you making ripping? And they coming through and waiting for inspiration for real. We've done 230 reps already, bro. Haha. Oh, ripples. I see what you're saying. Anyway, so the point was having those eggs. I could feel it because what is cholesterol? I'll tell you when we get to 240. I just want to finish a few more reps. It's 230, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239, and 240. Oh, what was I saying? Excuse me, something about eggs. Yeah, so what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is basically a fat. I'm not going to say I'm a doctor or anything, but I was with this chick who was, I don't know, medicine science or food science, some crap, and she was showing me a little photo of an artery. So she goes onto Google, what is cholesterol? And then she shows me a photo of a fucking artery and then reads the Wikipedia description and says, cholesterol is a fat that clogs up your arteries. And I said, wow. And she said, wow. Anyway, cholesterol basically clogs up your arteries. So imagine your artery is a big fat thing. Here you can see my veins in my arms. That's an artery. It's usually massive, transporting blood and energy and oxygen. But now, what if you fill it up with gunk, with cholesterol from eggs? Now your little thing becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's why I felt lightheaded. Not because I was weak or not because I was untrained or unfit. It was because of cholesterol. So I immediately cut back because I don't want to die of a heart attack at 16, 17, 18. Now, at 200 push-ups, I was supposed to tell you about how I nearly died buying a second-hand motorbike. And I made a video about that. Let me get to 250. 5 reps every minute on the minute. In 10 minutes, I'll do 50. In an hour, I'll do 300. Okay. Deal. Do you have a timer, Hugo? Can you let me know? I know it's a bit ridiculous. Do you have a fucking timer? I do. Okay. Every minute on the minute, guys. What do you say? Every minute on the minute, 5. Okay, let's get to 250. Take a bit of a break. Tell you about my motorbike story. And then every minute on the minute. Okay, Hugo, you have a motherfucking deal. You have a deal for now. We can change it. 240 to 250. 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249, and 250. So at 5'6", at 5'18", we're doing another 5. Okay, so the point was I was buying this dirt bike. Now, Hugo, you got to keep calm for us. Hey there, Paul, you're a legend. I'm at 250 now. So the point is that I was buying this dirt bike. And I was kidding myself because I had some coins. In fact, when I was at school, all the kids were so fat and lazy back then. Before the internet, before Instagram, before TikTok, the kids were fat and lazy. In grade 3 and 4, yo, Paul, you're a legend. High five to you. Hugo Shanika's the first legend. You're the second legend. A G. There used to be this thing called Jeff. Hey there, my name's Jeff. Hugo's the first Jeff. Paul is the second Jeff. And I'm 0. Jeff number 0. Anyway, so all these kids at school were so damn fat. And they never wanted to go to the tuck shop. The tuck shop was a place where you can get, your donuts and your chips, get your meat pies, all these things. So I said to the kids, okay, you guys remain in class, don't worry, you'll come out to break as you like with all your friends. You cool. Let me be the runner. I'll run up and down. And I'll take your money, pay the tuck shop, and keep the difference. So they would pay me R5 every single time, which is kind of like back then, 50 cents, maybe like half a dollar, a penny, or a couple pennies, maybe $1 equivalent. And every time I would go $1. Did that for the whole of the grade 3 year, the whole of the grade 4 year. But the time it was the end, I had hundreds of dollars. But it always sat in a little, cupboard. Over here is a cupboard from here. It sat somewhere here. But then what happened was one day I realized I want a dirt bike. Shit, I need to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the fucking minute, another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 260. So what happened was I had all this cash, but at this time I really wanted a dirt bike. Again, we had 260 as a count. I should probably type it in the chat. 260. I know Hugo's a legend keeping track. So as a kid, I had all this cash, but I wanted a dirt bike. Have you ever had this thing where you really fucking want something? And you have that determination. So for me, I really wanted weights to get big. Massive. But also, I really fucking wanted a dirt bike. And I was going to do anything it took. I was going to take money. I was going to get a job. I was going to take my coins. I was going to go on Uber. I didn't care about risking my life. Woo! Hydration check. Yeah, 260. 1 second, I'll tell you now. 265. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 265. What happened was I was determined to get this dirt bike. So what I did was I took an Uber. I called an Uber. But before that, I went on Facebook. Now, here's the thing with Facebook. A crap ton of scams. People trying to scam you. People trying to steal your money. They want a deposit. 265. Thank you, Hugo. I'll tell you about how I got scammed thereafter. But first, I was going through. I didn't have any cash, really. A couple $100 from what I had done with the school thing, but not really much cash. I started messaging everyone under the fucking sun with a dirt bike. You have a Yamaha. You have a, Kawasaki. You have a big boy. You have a Chinese fucking whatever. I don't care. I'm messaging you. Hey, do you want to trade with my tiny bit of 1 gram of gold? Hey, do you want to take my dirt bike, my mountain bike? Hey, do you want to trade with my silver chain? Hey, do you want to trade with my toilet paper? Hey, do you want to trade with my clock? 5, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170. Do you want to trade? Do you want to trade? Eventually, some guy said yes. Now, he wanted to move to Cape Town. Cape Town's also a rough area. But he wanted to move there and he needed money for the bus and for the train. Again, everyone, we had 170 now. So what happened with this fucker is he said, okay, cool. Meet me at this place called Elder Park in Nigel. Now, there's something called the coloured community. Full respect to them, but Elder Park in Nigel is a very dangerous area. Mafia run, a lot of, lower class coloured people, very, very poor. And this was the place where the guy was selling his dirt bike. So I messaged him. Okay, I'm going to bring you 1 gram of gold and my silver chain. Let's take it to 175. 171, 172, 173, 174, 175. Sorry, 275. Not 175, 275. Hugo, keeping count there. Okay, so what happened was I get to Elder Park. Now, the thing was, at school, there was a guy called Smarty. Smarty could speak a language called Afrikaans. And this is what the colored people in South Africa speak. So Smarty was on the phone with this guy. Firstly, I was phoning him. I said, and I'm going to speak Afrikaans here. You guys might not understand. I said, hallo meneer, ek soek om jou motorfiets te koop. Because I can understand Afrikaans. I said, hi sir, I want to buy your dirt bike. He said, this is a goeie idea. It's a good idea. Next thing, Smarty comes around and he hears me speaking Afrikaans on the phone. He says, gee my die cell phone. Give me the cell phone. I give him the phone. So Smarty starts checking out this guy's history, his phone, his family number, what fucking street he lives on, what church he went to, everything about this guy. Okay, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279, and 280. Yes, Hugo, we're getting somewhere now. Excuse me. So once Smarty had vetted this guy, I thought, okay, Smarty's checked out this mafia-colored guy. He's a good person. I can trust him. I'm going to take all my fucking money and book an Uber. So I book an Uber. Hugo, we had two. Please double check the count. We had 280, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting so tired, I'm losing count now. Just give me a second, everyone. Nah, can someone just remind me what fucking number we're on? I've done so many push-ups by now. I thought there'd be more rest. 280, yes, okay. Let me quickly do to 285 and I'll continue. Sorry, I lost count. 281, 282, 283, 284, 285. Okay, so Smarty's now checked out this guy. And I'm going with Uber. I call Uber to Oura Park in Nigel. Drive there an hour and a half fucking later. Going through the plains, the plutterlands, the farmlands, going through the electricity, the outside. Electricity means we're outside of the town now. Now we're at where they burn the coal for the electricity. About 120 kilometers at least away from the mainland of the city. So I arrive at Oura Park in Nigel, the busy part of town. It's grey, it's dilapidated, an industrial side of town. Poor, cheap, dirty, and a lot of smog because they're burning coal in the area. Very dangerous. Now there's this cheap, they call it ShopRite. And ShopRite is like a very, very cheap place to buy food and also dangerous. I'm outside ShopRite. Next thing, this guy comes in his car and he rocks up. I answer the phone. We're from 285 to 290. 285, 26, 27, 28, 29, 290. So what happens is, this guy now phones me. I forgot his name now, from Oura Park in Nigel. He says, I'm here by the ShopRite. I say, I'm coming. I go in his car. I say, thanks, Uber. Get fucked. The Uber buggers off. I find this guy in his car. We get in. He takes me to illegal jewelers, where we took this. He first took me to a Pakistani jeweler. Now, what did he do? 290 Hugo. He took the chain, and he cut the chain open, because, again, he only wanted that 0.5 gram or 1 gram of gold. He put it under a test, and he said, this is gold. Paid this guy I was buying the bike from, gave him the 900 rand. Fine. He took me to a second illegal guy, where we took this gold-plated chain. This illegal guy makes it look like a hair salon. So I go, don't worry, Hugo, keep on going. So I go by, this illegal dealer, and we give him this gold chain, which is plated. Let me do the next 5. 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295. So I give this illegal gold jeweler my little plated gold chain. Now, the thing is that, as I said, it's a front. So it looks like a hair salon. They're selling wigs and wig caps and all this crap. I say, come on, man, we need to get cash for the jewelry. Now, I gave him my gold chain. He takes out this tiny little box. Inside, he has illegal acid. Now, you can only get this acid if you own a jewelry shop. But because he's a foreign national or whatever, I'm going to vomit. Sorry. He has access to illegal acid. And he tests the gold. He says, nah, fake. I give him this silver chain that I had. And after the next 5, I'm going to tell you about the silver chain, how I got it, and why it was so terrible for me to give it to this illegal gold smuggler. 295. Hugo, great idea. 5 on the minute, every minute. 295. Yeah. 295. 296. 297. 298. 299. 300. Yeah. So what happened was, I was in a shopping centre when I was on holiday in Durban side called Gateway. I think I was in Gateway. And I went into the jewelry shop. Then I had a bit of cash. My mum helped me out as well. And I said, please, I want a silver chain. It's so nice. So we looked through the ones. And there was one for about 2,500 rand, which was a lot of money for me. Like a lot of money. About $80 to $100, maybe $200. Hugo, we had 300. Let's freaking go. Woo! So I get the chain. And now skip forward 6 months to the time I'm buying this fucking dirt bike. The guy is not willing to accept his 900 rand from the 1 gram of gold. Quickly, 305, 301, 302, 303, 304, 305. This guy didn't want to accept 900 fucking rand because he was a greedy bastard. He said, give him the silver chain. This is my prized possession. I wear it every fucking day. I took it off and gave it to this illegal guy. He says, I give you 50 rand. 50 fucking rand, which is like $2 for a chain which costs 80 to 100. And I felt dead inside, but I was willing to do anything for the dirt bike. Next thing we get the cash. The guy says, don't worry. At that Pakistani jeweler, there was another guy. He says, be careful, with this bike, you have to put in oil, because if you don't, it's going to fuck up. Well, that's where it all ended. Anyway, that's the story for a little bit later. Now I need to do my Hugo. We at 305. We need to keep on going here. Come on, man. Don't die. You got to continue going. You have a long life ahead of you. Just do this once and you'll never regret it. We'll never do this again. I can show you that. 306, 307, 308, 309, 400. For fucking sure, I've never done anything like this in my fucking life. Anyway, so I give this guy my prize silver chain. And this colored guy says, okay, enough. We have enough money. I get in his car. Sketchy to get to his house. He says, be careful. We have to wait here for a bit because we need his brother named Munir to bring the car to transport this bike. We must wait. I waited for half an hour. Now, thank goodness I wasn't wearing designer clothes and I didn't have much cash there because I would have been robbed. If I was carrying a bag, if I had money, if I had any of these things, they would have robbed me. They would have said, this guy's a fish. But back then I was buying stuff in Industria, in a very bad industrial side of town. Industrial side of town is what I mean, to buy stock. And I was used to dressing poor, wearing very cheap clothes. 310, 311, 312, 313, 314, 315. And I was used to wearing cheap clothes and presenting as poor, which means that my stock wouldn't get stolen. So I was wearing my cheap, broken down, skateboarding shoes and my dirty t-shirt. And I was waiting for an hour. Dying here. 3:15. So, finally, Munir comes with his car. But now the coloreds love their cars. They kit them out. They make it, low riders. They change the engine, everything. This car was less than half an inch off the ground. Hugo, we can't just finish. Let's just see. 300, 315, doing these on my knees now. Can't lie, no ego. We just finished, no excuses. Yes, Hugo, we have to fucking finish this! We can't give up. Don't worry. So long as you don't give up and you get to 500. Brother, we had 315. 250 was halfway. Don't fucking give up. Because I believe in you. No one else believes in me. No one else believes in you. I believe in you, and I think you believe in me. Keep on fucking pushing. Because you said that we're not giving up, we're doing another 5 right fucking now. In fact, we're doing another 10. Yes! Now! And then we finish the story. So now we had what? 315, 316, 317, 318, 319, 320, 321, 322, 323, 324, 325. When you try so hard, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Oh, God. Guys, I'm dead. So anyway, what happened with this fucking bike is we get Munir to load up this bike in the car. Now, the thing was, I was going to sit inside the car. It was getting cold, not raining, but it was still winter time then. No, Hugo, I'm at 324. But now it's going to be 325. Yes. So I'm now lucky inside the car with Munir. And this other guy was sending me the bike. Paul, you doing these with us? Come on, Paul! Paulie. Come on, you don't have to do it with us. So long as you're here, it's kind of as if you're doing it. Because it's like if one man makes money, right? A father makes money for his family, then the whole family gets to eat. So we're doing it together, and you get the benefit of being part of a legendary team. Hugo, one day, we got to fly out to South Africa. 325, 1 second. 326, 327, 328, 329, and 330. Light work. Hugo, one day we got to fly out to South Africa and you come be a member on the team. You make the videos, you be the face, I'll be the second face. I'm busy on my job doing cold calling and you busy making videos and we work together as a strong team. That's in the future. Right now, keep on pushing as a legend. Anyway, so finally we load up the fucking bike. Back to the fucking story after 2 hours. We get to this bike. Munir loads it up on the car. Now, the thing is, Munir had his hand out the window, like this. Hand stretched out of the window. And I was looking on the side. 330, that's exactly right. What a beautiful number. And inside his fucking hand was marijuana. He was pulling out the pill, pulling out these little seeds, marijuana seeds. Okay, 330. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. 330. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 335. Yes. Yeah. Woo! Okay, don't worry, Paul. Now we have 335. So what happened with the thing is, he's putting out these weed seeds, marijuana. And I thought, fuck, I'm in the car with this mafiosa, colored gangster, putting out weed seeds, about to get marijuana high. And he's driving in the fucking car. That's why I'm saying I had an attempt on my life. Why I nearly died. Because if he smoked that weed, he was going to get mental. And being... Yes. And literally being a kid, not only was it going to kill me to be with him in the car, getting high. Have you ever heard of a hot box? A person smoking marijuana, and then they close the windows. Sorry. We need to get to 340. 6, 37, 8, 39, 40. Anyway, so I was really worried. So on the way back, he says, listen here, man, we need petrol money. I said, I don't have any money. I've given you all my money from my fucking coin box, from doing tuck shop deliveries. I had no more money left. Everything finished. Thank goodness I had 5 rand airtime on my phone. In fact, I didn't even have airtime. 340, Hugo. So, this money is pressing me. He says, we need money for petrol. At least buy us a pie and a Coke. I said, I've got no more money. He said, phone your mother and make a plan. Now, with these guys, if you don't pay them, it's extortion, you know. So I didn't have cash. Had to phone my mom. Let you get to 345, I'll tell you. 341, 342, 343, 344, 345. So, this guy's putting out weed seeds. He's extorting me for money. I phone mom. I say, Mommy. Back then I was still a kid. I said, Mommy, please, we need money for petrol. He's pressing me. Don't worry. Transfer the money directly into my bank account and I pay for the petrol and off we go. Now, we go traverse the whole plain, 120 kilometers back to my house. And this is a long distance. On the way back, he says, listen here, man. He's already given him 400 rand for petrol. Can you please give me money for, you got something, cold drink, alcohol, some beer, something like that. I said, don't worry. Now, this ties into a second story because I was selling stock at school. Not beer, but I was selling chips and chocolates and stuff. I said, don't worry, Munir. I'm going to give you guys chips and chocolate when we get back. My sleeping count, 345, 350, 346, 347, 348, 349, 350. Yeah. Hugo, this is actually going, they're actually fucking flying by. What the fuck? 350, that's amazing, guy. So Munir is driving home. I say, don't worry, I'm going to give you chips and chocolates because I have a tuck shop business. And I realized that my dad had beers in the fridge. So by the time we got home, Munir had loaded off the bike. It was fucking heavy. Took off that bike with him and his friend and myself, all three of us. I said, don't worry, wait here. Ran inside, got the packets of chips, gave him some Astros, and gave him beer. He was happy. He fucked off. I had my dirt bike, and that was fucking amazing. Now, that's how I got the dirt bike. But then is the next story of what I did with that dirt bike. Because that's another fucking story. One thing to get the bike, nearly died, and became bankrupt and got extorted. Okay. Woo. What does it said? We need a vlog, getting the bike right. Of course. We've got to get it running. Okay, come. 351, 352, 353, 354, 355. Yeah, that's actually it. I'm forgetting that I need to do 5 here. So what happened with this bike is I used to ride it around town. I had this amazing Nashua jacket. On the outside it was just black dark, but on the inside it was a reflective yellow. I turned it round. My dad used to ride motorbikes. He had long hair, motorbikes, all this amazing things. So what happened was I actually stole his helmet because he stopped doing motorcycle riding. And I started wearing his helmet, gallivanting around town. Now, I didn't ride normally. I'm a madman on a bike. I went to the park and I changed the tires from being smooth ones to being knobbly. So I was doing donuts and crap and pushing max speed. Come, let's really get to 360. Woo! 355, 55, 356, 357, 358, 359, 360. Okay, and I was pushing max speed, but there's something on a motorbike called a fucking sprocket. Now, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not like that kind of person who's working with grease, so I don't really know all the parts of a bike, but the mechanic told me there's something called a sprocket. But remember, back then I had no fucking money, so I had to fix the sprocket myself. Every day I worked on my bike, trying to fix the sprocket. I screwed it in. Next thing I'll do donuts, and it broke. And I couldn't even start the bike. From there, it just ended up worse and worse and worse. Then, on the cylinder head, which is where the engine is, the spark plug popped out, and the strip got the screw stripped. Come, Hugo. 365, 361, 362, 363, 364, 365. Light work. Can we take a 2-minute break? Hugo, it's going to take 2 hours if we do it. I'm really sorry. You know, maybe you can, instead of doing 5, do 2. Anyway, so I was, struggling with the spark. You know what I mean? Otherwise, also for Paul, we'd only be up for 2 hours. Maybe about 2 hours we'll be finished. No problem. We had 365 now. So, anyway, we get this bike. As I was working, but the problem was it would end up breaking. The sprocket would break. It would fuck up. And here's the thing, to go back. Now, Hugo, you've been there since the beginning, so you know. At that Pakistani guy, when I gave him 1 gram of gold, he said, man, you must put in oil in your bike. You're getting it cheap, but put in oil, else it's going to fuck up. Well, I didn't learn my lesson. 366, 367, 368, 369, 370. I didn't learn my fucking lesson. And it didn't just fuck up because I messed up the sprocket or because the spark plug broke. The spark plug fucking broke because I never put in oil in the fucking engine. That's what lubricates it. There was too much pressure and then broken. So here's the funny part. At the end of all that, and Hugo, we are 370 now. At the end of it, I thought, this bike's a great monument. Nothing works on it, it's all broken. And I kept it in my room, and I slept with it for weeks. But then I started waking up and feeling this haze, because I was getting petrol poisoning. You can't drain the bike of petrol. But that's an amazing story of the dirt bike. My favorite thing to tell anyone, whenever I meet them, if we're getting intimate and I'm telling them, it's more than just a bike. It's a symbol. It's a symbol that I do any fucking thing. I put my life on the line to go to a mafia-run town. 375, 371, 372, 373, 374, 375. Now, before I tell you more about the bike and how he got screwed over by the guy who fixed it, I want to tell you something I discovered the other day. So there's this guy, I think his name is George Janko. Some other guy who does podcasts. 375, Hugo. So what he does is, he was telling me, not telling me personally, it was a video, a documentary or something like that. And on this video, he was saying, okay, he was speaking to a woman. He said, imagine that there's a man, 5'10", 5'11", and he earns the approximately, I think the amount is like $5,000, $6,000 a month. $6,000, 5'10", 5'11". That is only 1.5% of men. To earn in South African rands, it's 100,000 rand. Most people only earn 8,000. So we're talking a tenth. Most people only earn 600 rand a month. We're saying 6,000. Come on, Hugo! Hugo, my man! 376, 377, 378, 379, and 380. 380. Once we get to 400, it's so quick, you have no idea. So, we've already seen 1.5% of men. Now, apparently, 14% of women, and we're saying the attractive ones, the ones who have really nice boobs, the ones who are attractive, fit, strong, not really strong. Hugo, you have the best method. That is for sure. I'm calling this the Hugo method. 5 every minute on the motherfucking Hugo minute. It's called a Hugo minute because Hugo is on another level, okay? If you're doing something, like any normal person, if you're working, if you're doing calling, if you're packing boxes, if you're going for a run, if you're working, if you're doing any of these fucking things, and you work and you're out, imagine your work per hour. Shit. 1 second. We had 380. 381, 82, 83, 84, 85. And you're measuring yourself every hour, which is every 60 normal fucking minutes. You need to start working 60 Hugo minutes. Every minute on the minute. What we're doing here, in the beginning it started, okay, let's just do some push-ups. 20 per, 20 per, 20 per. But now we're doing a Hugo fucking minute. Every minute on the minute. 5 push-ups, 5 push-ups. Let's just assume that you're a car mechanic in line with doing motorbikes and you're fixing bikes. Okay? On a normal minute, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, till 5 fucking 100. That's what I want to hear. So we had 385 now, Paul. A Hugo minute means that if you're an auto mechanic, then what could you do to take us to, what are we on? 385. Yeah. 385. It's so many. 386, 387, 388, 389. Wait a second. Yeah, 390. If you're on a normal minute as an auto mechanic, you change a sprocket, you put in a bolt, you get your tools out, you put your tool case back, all this fucking crap. If you're Hugo, you change the sprocket, do the bolts, do the oil, change the bar, do the alignment all in 1 fucking minute. Because that's a Hugo minute. And for all 4 of you, okay, there are, I'm going to say, obviously it's incorrect, 8 billion people. If there are 4 billion people, you are 1 in 4 billion. If there are 8 billion people, you are 4 out of 8 billion, which is 2 out of 4 billion, which is 1 out of 2 billion. You people, imagine, okay, you need to understand this. We had 390, 1 second, 391, 92, 93, 94, 95. You need to understand, to get to each and every one of you, there are 4 of you. We had to go through 2 fucking billion people. 2 billion. Do you understand that? 2 fucking billion. Imagine your school, okay? Now add your entire church. Everyone in your church. In fact, add every single person who believes in your religion. And you're basically only one of them. You guys are all special. Every single one of you. Do you know how fucking unlikely it is that you're here? Of course, the Lord above wanted all of us to come in today on this divine Saturday. We're alive. We're all fucking alive. I'm here in the middle of fucking South Africa. Guys, 395 to 400. At 400, we got to mix it up with a little bit of shadow boxing. Let's fucking go. 4 people for 400. I want to see 4 fucking likes. Why are there only 2 likes? At least 4 likes. At least 4 subscribers. Come on. For 4 fucking 100. 395. 396. 397. 398. 399. And 4 fucking 100 for all the fans. That's it. 3 likes. And the 4th one, it can't be me. How can the 4th like be me? 5 likes. Come on, guys. Woo! I can't like myself. So there's someone else has to do 4th. Okay, yes, 400. Now here's the beauty of it. Okay, we do 5 every minute. Here we're doing 4 and 5. Look how quick it went. Sorry. This is ridiculous. Put that in my pocket. I apologize. Guys, I'm dying here. 400. Here we go. Big up. 401, 402, 403, 404, 405. So what I was saying was, because of the Hugo Minute, which is a legendary story, what happens is that you need to do so much every minute. Hugo said it's 5 push-ups every minute on the minute. Exactly, Paul. 4 or 5. That's perfect count. So what happens is, every 10 minutes, I've done 5. So 5 times, every minute is 5. So imagine that times 10 is 50. And we already have 400. So if we just here for 20 more fucking minutes, only 20 minutes, maybe even 19 or 18, we will be done at 500 fucking push-ups. Do you understand? Hugo, don't worry, because Paul's also keeping count. 4 or 5 for 4 fucking 10. 6 for 7 for 8. 9 for 10. Yeah. Look, Hugo, in terms of the people that are on here, just in terms of attempting it, 410, exactly. The fact that you attempted it, the fact that you got down and actually did one fucking push-up is enough for me to say you're a fucking legend. You fucking did it. If there's a rich guy who comes to you and he says, I want you, this is what Andrew Tate says, here's a Ferrari, here's petrol, here's everything. Do it. You were the one out of 2 billion people who got in the fucking Ferrari, turned on the engine, figured out how to drive, and got to the land of gold. The thing is that your Ferrari just fucking broke, like a sprocket. All you need is someone like me to come in and quickly change the gears, realign the steering wheel, change the sprocket, change the gears, put in some fucking oil so that the engine doesn't fuck up, says Munir, and you should be backing up and running and get to the land of gold, says Andrew Tate. Very simple. Woo! Did I just miss another 5? Fuck. 411, 412, 413, 414, 415. Now here's the thing. When I was younger, my parents said, stop swearing! Don't swear. Stop saying the F word. Stop. Now I want to tell you, as an elderly man, okay, as a wise and elderly man, that's fucking bullshit, you fuckers. Because when you swear, do you have any idea how much power that gives you? When you say fuck, and people don't want you to say fuck, they say stop swearing, and I say get fucked. And they say, why are you swearing? And I say fuck off. And they say stop swearing, and I say fuck off, I'm gonna fucking fuck you. Not like that. I'm gonna fuck you. That's why you swear. See how much energy I've got now. So take us to 420, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm coining this phrase. You wake up in the morning, you're going to say, I'm going to fuck this day. That's how you got to think. You got to wake up and say, the day is hard. Money has been made. Money is hard to earn. Everyone's against me. I have enemies and attackers. But I'm going to fuck them. I'm going to fuck this day. So that it makes me beautiful children. That's the right way to think about it. It's my phrase. No one else in the history of the internet has ever said that. I wake up and I fuck the day so that it give me beautiful children. Woo! Guys, we have 420. You need to understand how many push-ups that is. Imagine going ta, 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 ta. Ridiculous. And all of you are legends for the next 425. Whew. 421, 422, 423, 424, 425. Woo. Much easier than I actually thought. So what happened is I have a good friend named Saxon. Saxon's a fucking legend. What he would do is he would ride his bike, a motorbike, a real motorbike, and he actually had cash. So you didn't have to worry about petrol or anything. He had a real job. What happened was Saxon was cutting lanes or splitting lanes or whatever on the highway, and one of the cars clipped him. Luckily, he was on the side rail, and the bike tumbled and he broke his collarbone. Terrible story. He ended up in hospital. Now, here's the best piece of advice you're ever going to receive from anyone ever. I know I'm young, but this is brilliant advice. You need to be the man you always needed. So I thought, if I was on a motorbike like Saxon, like a fucking legend that he is, and I broke my collarbone, what would I want for myself? And I realized I want someone to come and visit me. I want someone to bring me a chocolate, someone to bring me a card. And I told a few of Saxon's friends, because I knew they were going to do fuck all. Just play video games and play Minecraft. We had 425, 426, 427, 428, 429, 430. Playing Minecraft, I said, get fucked, you fuckers. I'm going to go fucking fuck. I'm going to go meet Saxon, sorry. See, they're even laughing because they can hear me swearing so much. So I went to go meet Saxon in the hospital. He was busy in an operation. Got him a nice card, handwritten, and I gave him this chocolate. Now the thing was, a couple of weeks after that, I saw my good friend Saxon. And this guy used to like be strong. He said once he said that once he, lost his bike, he immediately lost checks. He lost his physique. He lost everything. And the thing is, I love Saxon. He's a great guy. But he needs to get himself back in the gym. Because once you have strength, you can do this. So we had 430 now? 431, 432, 433, 434, 435. The reason why you need to have strength is because that allows you to do 500 push-ups. If you don't have strength of your body, how can you ever push in your mind? You can't. You need both. Unfortunately, he rarely lost his physique. And I said, Saxon, it looks like you've been attacked. You look small now. You look skinny now. Of course, he has heart, which is a good thing because you can't just click your fingers and have heart. But he looked so much weaker, and we used to have like this running joke. I had this little, grip strengthener. And whenever I saw him, I would go, Saxon, you need to train your grip strength. And we always did this joke where he would bring his hand like this, and then pa, to grip my hand so hard. But then I trained and I was just as strong as him. And we were both getting stronger. We had 435, take it to 440. 436, 437, 438, 439, 440. Come on, man, we have only like 60 left. Woo! You go, man, stop killing me, but keep on going. So anyway, Saxon and I used to shake hands, and we were such good friends. Literally. 440, what a beautiful number. We were at 332 seconds ago. Now 440. And Saxon can no longer shake my hand. And there's a beautiful quote called Brothers in Arms. The song goes, da-da-da, like brothers in arms. Because you're putting Hugo and I, for example. Hugo, Paul, Flavio, who was here, but I think he's left. Maybe he's here. All of us, Logan, who was here earlier, we're all brothers in arms, and all 470 fucking people who are now subscribers. We had 440? Brothers in arms. And I want Saxon to be my brother in arms, which is why I care about him, why I want him to get stronger again. 441, 442, 443, 444, 445. Ah, jeez, man. Here's an interesting idea for you. Just because it's on topic with Andrew Tate. He says, when you are alone, you're very vulnerable. You can be attacked, you can die. But when you're a wolf, you can hunt in packs. So I'm looking here, the other wolves are looking here, 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 here. If I was going to do this by myself, you have no idea how hard it would be. Hugo, you have no idea how hard it would be if I was by myself. Because I would have to motivate myself and do 20 and 20 and then die and then probably cut the live stream. The lone wolf always dies. The pack survives. The pack survives. You told me 5 push-ups on the minute every minute. Here we're doing another 5. This is because of you, not because of me, and you deserve the credit. Hugo Shanika, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. 50 left. Let's go, Hugo. So let me give you an example. Let's take something rudimentary, basic, simple, fun. Soccer or football. For the guy in the UK, you said, Paul, you're in the UK, right? So football is what you would call it. With football, imagine we take Ronaldo and Messi. And we just say, it's going to be Ronaldo versus Messi. Fine. Let's assume they're both amazing. Both are going to be like 1-1, 2-2, 3-4, 3-3, 4-4. They're going to be pitted against one another because they're just as good as one another. But here's the thing. Imagine we had 500 people, 500 of us, all of our followers, against Messi or against Ronaldo. We would win because all of us could just hang on the fucking goalpost and say, hi, you're not going to score. Or we could all just line up and there's no way that he would score. At least we won't lose. We might not win, but at least we won't lose. Well, what are we doing? We had 445. No, we had 450. We had 450, guys. Come. I'm pretty sure we had 450. Are we? Check. Talk too much and then you don't know. 450, right. 451, 52, 453, 454, 455. Guys, you understand? We had 455 push-ups. 455. Do you have any idea how many that is? Imagine each one is a second. 455 seconds. If each minute was 45 seconds, it would be 10 minutes of just straight push-ups. Today I woke up and I fucked this day. And now it's giving me kids. Come on, guys. We're almost done. 455, 460. I know you go. I'm also dying here. Come on, be quick. 455, 456, 457, 458, 459, and 460. You know that in the army, here's an interesting thing. I want to give you two examples. Like let's say in school, 460, there we go. In school, you learn skills, or in university, but you could get those textbooks and you could teach yourself. So for example, you want to learn about quantum fucking mechanics, how to build a space shuttle, or the science and the maths, calculus. I'm dying here. I'm never going to stop. 460! You want to learn motor mechanics, you want to be a rocket scientist. Okay, let's just say, you don't have to go to university for that. You could just get all the right textbooks and learn yourself. You could go to the army. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. 461, 462, 463, 464, and 465. Just like you could teach yourself how to do the maths and the mechanics, if you were that determined through the internet, YouTube, textbooks, yourself without going to university, you can teach yourself to have this level of dedication or this level of determination and being that strong-willed by doing these kind of things. 500 push-ups. Once you do this, you know for a fact, verified by Andrew Tate, the top G himself, that you have a strong-willed nature, that you aren't weak-minded. The fact, Hugo, that you've even attempted this, and Paul, the fact that you're even here to witness such an amazing thing, is something that is testimony to the fact that you guys are more likely than any other person in the world to succeed. You need to understand that. So long as you're doing this, this is going to be an indication to God and God alone that we are, grateful. Okay, 465. Exactly, Paul. You already did 100. Most people did nothing. Most people haven't even lifted their fucking finger today. 450, 465, 466, 467, 468, 469, 470. 470. Guys, we literally only have 30 left. Do you understand? We have been here for an hour and a half just doing fucking push-ups. The second I started recording, I started doing push-ups. No wasting time, nothing. Push-ups, 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 push-ups. Never fucking stop. 470. You know what, these beautiful girls, especially the Beverly Hills girls, they're very rich. They've got parents who are living large, cash, Ferraris, mansions, palm trees. Time flies when you're having fun. Or when you're fucking the world. With those Beverly Hills girls, they shop till they drop. I don't have time for fucking shopping till I drop. I need to save that cash so I can make money for my entire generations. 470, 471, 472, 473, 474, and 475. I'm going to do push-ups till I drop. We have 475. Give me 1 second for water. I'm coming back for more push-ups. Let's go! Whoa! Yeah! What are we on now? What are we on? 475, yeah. Crystal, you got to drink out of crystal. Well, not us, but when I was poor, I would drink out of plastic. 480 now. 476, 477, 478, 479, 480, 20. Guys, we done in 4 fucking minutes. Woo! Neighbors, please wake up. Know that I'm doing 500 push-ups. Yes, guys. This should energize you. This should make you happy. Instead of seeing all these other fat people or being stuck on social media and feeling addicted, at least you see something good. My wrists couldn't do much more. Hugo, I'm dying. I'm going to take us to the next level, to 500, and finish the challenge. 480. Here we go. 481, 42, 43, 44, 45. Yes. Exactly, Hugo. When Eliud Kipchoge did the run, I'm pretty sure it was obviously with Nike and done at that little marathon place. We are at what? 485. Thanks, Paul. Amazing count. Well done to you. Eliud Kipchoge also had other people running with him. Have you ever seen people who are like doing marathons, right? And for the first few Ks, if it's a guy, the husband, the wife will join. Or if it's a wife, which is a bit weird, why would your wife be doing that and you as the husband aren't doing it? But like the husband would join, or the cousins would join, or people would be outside the house with water or donuts for the marathoners. So like it's that kind of thing. You guys are here. I'm doing the marathon, but you guys are here with me. Hugo particularly. Paul, you did 100. You did 100 push-ups. Most people can't even do 10. You did 100. You did fucking 100. Guys, you don't understand. We are literally at 485 push-ups. I'm so happy right now. So fucking happy! Wake up, neighbors, it's better than my birthday! 46, 47, 48, 49, 490. Guys, you have literally made my day. Better than a birthday. I'll remember this day for the rest of my life. We're at 490. Now, I mentioned Saxon. We wish him well. I want him to get strong and join the brotherhood again. But here's an important thing. Saxon did 500 push-ups. He said he did it. And I can't prove it. I'm going to assume that he was a legend. What does it mean this was fated? Saxon, 490. I was going to talk about Saxon. 490, 491, 492, 493, 494, 495. Yes. Woo! Yes, it was fated. So the thing is with Saxon, he did 500 push-ups. I assume that he's an honest, good brother, and that he genuinely did all 500. But with me, I tell you, I did 500. And you can never fucking doubt me. You can never fucking take that away from me. You can never fucking do anything. You can never fucking take this away from me. It's on the internet. Hugo has seen it. Paul has seen it. Logan has seen it. Flovio has seen it. My mom has seen it. The neighbors have seen it. My father can hear me. I'm at 495 fucking push-ups, you idiot. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm saying to the rest of the world. They're all idiots. If you have not done 450 push-ups, you cannot talk about Andrew Tate. Do not tell me that you do not like him. You do not. I'm not talking about Hugo and Paul here. I'm saying to the rest of these idiots. Do not tell me you don't like Andrew Tate. Do not tell me that he's a misogynist. Do not tell me that he has ruined, that he started a cult, or that he ruined people. Until you have done 500 fucking push-ups, listen to what he said, and watched one fucking interview. Okay, idiots? Get that in your brain and be humble. And do 500 push-ups for Hugo, Paul, and all my followers now, in the past, and in the future. I want to thank you all. And I dedicate this last 5 push-ups to the rest of my life, to God, to my followers, because I'm grateful for everything I've ever been given. And I came from fucking nothing. My parents gave me nothing. My parents gave me nothing, not a loan, not 5 rand, not $1, nothing. They put me through school. I'm grateful for that. They gave me food and not much more. We've struggled, and I've done everything in my life to make it better. I got a job. I got a second job. I'm now packing boxes. I made my life better. And Hugo and Paul, you are fucking legends. So $4.95 and take it to $500. And with that, we're going to quickly end it and go and live your fucking life. $4.95, $4.96, $4.97, $4.98, $4.99, $500. Yeah! Oh, yes! Yes! Andrew Tate, come on. We need Andrew Tate to reply to this. Can we at Andrew Tate? Is he on YouTube? Is he on YouTube, guys? Can someone find his tag? Just for 1 second, can you try to find his tag? Andrew Tate, YouTube. And then we're going to end the stream. He is on Andrew Tate. Is he actually? What? He's not. He's not. Guys, I need your help here. Is he on YouTube? If he's not on YouTube, it is what it is. Okay, I don't think he's on YouTube. Anyway, whatever. Well done for being here with me. We're here for 1 hour and 46 minutes, longest stream of my life. Okay, see you for the next one, everybody. Hugo Shanika, keep on being a legend. Only doing live streams for real, genuine stuff. No crap. 500 squats for 500 subs. 500 pull-ups for 500 subs, but that's a fucking hard one. I don't know. Okay, let's play it by ear. Let's actually say maybe 500 squats for 500 subs. I'll see what I come with the next stream. Thank you, everybody. That's 500. End the stream right now. Go live your life. And what I said, everyone, you got to fuck life in the morning so that it gives you kids.